and welcome everyone! Today we are going to be taking this makeup that I just did for my Patreon members and we're going to turn it into our next, which I think is number 4, Halloween costume from things that I already own. You're just going to pretend that this stuff isn't here and I'm just going to build off of it. You could really do whatever kind of eye makeup you want. I feel like the most defining features of the costume that we're going to do today, which is a Scarecrow, cheeks, and just doing some kind of like, the cats, some kind of like stitching details. I'm also gonna just make these eyelashes longer. I just feel like very cartoonish kind of eyes would be good. So let's just start with it. As you can see, I already have obviously like my base makeup on. I have my eyebrows done. I have lipstick already on. So, you know, just take care of that. Do whatever you want and then build from like your normal stuff. I think it's mostly just about like looking cartoon-like. So however you want to make that with your eyes, you can. And maybe drawing on some like cartoon-like, very emotional eyebrows is helpful. Literally all I did to do this was my normal eyebrow and then just took my eyeshadow that I use for my eyebrows. Hey, come here! I have the baby cats out walking around, Ziggy and Naughty in there. But anyways, to do this eyebrow, all I did was my normal and then just, hi Cookie! Took the eyebrow stuff and made a little swoop. If you want to see this makeup look though, which I think is pretty cool, you can check it out on my Patreon. But I'm basically just going to make it more dramatic. You know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't have any eyeliner and you could just draw like straight little sticks down and that would do the trick too, and it's super easy and super quick. So it doesn't have to be fancy. This is just gonna be fancier because I already had this makeup on today and I don't feel like washing my face twice. I'm trying to cram so much in this week, so we're filming 2 videos today. Andrew and I were scarecrows last year as like a little last minute Halloween costume because we wanted to hand out candy for trick-or-treaters and we thought that we have to be dressed up if we're gonna do that, obviously. So we just threw together like a quick little scarecrow outfit, and I'm pretty sure all I did was just draw on some like super long bottom lashes and then the rest of what I'm gonna do. And I think just for the sake of showing you that it doesn't have to be the kind of wild eyeliner that I started with, I'm gonna take off the edges here. So I'm basically just gonna make this into a normal like extra gigantic wing, just for the sake of doing something different than I already had. But I think it's good that it's gonna be extra big too, because scarecrows are kind of just like larger than life. Okay, there's one. Like the makeup for this is so easy. If you're looking for something quick and something that you can do if you don't feel like you're very good at makeup, I recommend this, because literally, like I said, you could just draw straight lines and they can be messy because I feel like a scarecrow is kind of not something that you do perfectly. You just kind of throw it together haphazardly. But now we're gonna do the blush. I'm just gonna take red eyeshadow and draw some circles. Also, there's a lot of ways that you could go with this costume because you don't need any specific items. I feel like a way to get a scarecrow kind of feel with your outfit would be to add elements of patchwork if you have patchwork things. If you don't have patchwork things, gingham or plaid. Think like farmer clothes that they no longer want or care about, and they just threw it on this scarecrow. Like they don't even have to match. I feel like mismatch is a little bit better even and more believable. Stuff with holes in it would be good too. If you have like hay hanging around somewhere, I don't know, if you live on a farm or like near farms. I grew up in Wisconsin, so there's plenty of places to find hay. If you can get your hands on some hay, you could just like stick it out of your shirt sleeve or out of like your boot if you have boots on and your pants tucked in, or in your hair would be good too. I feel like there's lots of little details that you can do like that. I should have done the main color first. Oops. Yeah. Well, do this first if you want to, if this is part of your step. I didn't do this last year, but I'm just gonna do the majority of my skin this orange to kind of look like burlap. And this step really isn't necessary. I didn't do this last year, but for you, I'll do whatever. I'm happy I never really got too like into the whole spray tan and fake tanning thing. Because number one, it's not good for you to be like sitting in a tanning bed, that is. I don't really know about spray tans. I feel like, I don't know, maybe not the best, depending on the brand, but I just know that it can go wrong so easily. So, also that I don't have any photos where I'm like, wow, was I really orange? Except for now. I had plenty of other questionable choices being made though, so don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't have any embarrassing photos in general. I feel like we all have our fair share. And I don't need to go all the way onto the neck because you'll see once I get the outfit on. Okay, that should do it. Now I'm gonna take a darker orange and I'm going to make like a patch over my nose. I feel like I want to add a patch on my face. Let's do it on the forehead in blue. In this one, I feel like, personally, I don't have to do anything with my hair because it's short and it's already in braids, but if you have long hair, I would just put it in braids, or just make it like messy and kind of tease it. And I feel like a straw hat's kind of unnecessary, or some kind of a hat. You know, there's some options with the hair. You could even just tuck it up, but I feel like braids is a classic thing, or just making it messy, looking like you've been sitting out in the wind and the weather. You're gonna take eyeliner and basically just outline whatever you drew, like so. I'll add some green stripes into this. And now just basically add some stitches to show that it was stitched on. And I'm gonna do this with everything, like including the cheeks and the nose. You know, just kind of lots of doodling and like drawing. I'm gonna show you a couple other things as well as what I'm wearing for like examples of things that you could wear. So I'm wearing this awesome vintage two-piece little set thing. Miss Pamela gave this to me, but they have all these little patches on them. The buttons on the jacket are so sick, they're rainbow. And then I have on some cowboy boots. And I'm putting on some gloves because how else would a scarecrow have hands but like gloves stuffed with hay. Around your neck you could do like a bandana, I feel like would seal the deal. Or if you have burlap and you can stand like how itchy it would be, taking like a strip of that and wrapping it around like a scarf would really sell it. But I'm just using this vintage scarf that I have that's kind of like a similar color of burlap, and then it's got like tiny little fringe bits that kind of reminded me of hay. So here we are, scaring crows. Oh yeah, and my hat, of course a straw hat is ideal and if it's a little tattered and beaten up, the better. I have a few other things here as kind of like inspiration if you are wanting to go as a Scarecrow. Pants, patterned. These are striped and they kind of have like a bandana detail on the back. This paired with like another pattern just to give it kind of like that hodgepodge mismatch vibe. Gingham, of course, is great. Things with big collars is also great. Just think like farmer style. Could be like what real farmers would wear, or like aesthetically pleasing farm kind of style. But like overalls are great, and the big t-shirt, rubber boots, you know, you can really go a lot of ways with this depending on what you have. Just western wear in general is great. This one I feel like is perfect because again it's got like a lot of kind of crazy patterns on it. Then this dress kind of gives the crazy patterns, fun colors, and then the patchwork as well. So, you know, there's a couple different directions depending on what you got to work with, depending on which direction you want to go. I feel like this is a great last minute costume if you get invited to go somewhere or decide to do something last minute. You can really throw this one together with most closets just by mismatching a bunch of stuff and then putting on the makeup. You know, you don't really need the hat, you don't really need it to be gingham or farm kind of style outfit or patchwork. Just like throw stuff that doesn't really work together and then just sell it with like the way you walk all night, like, ooh, be a Scarecrow, you know what I'm saying? And have fun with it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope this gives you some ideas for some Halloween costumes if you're still looking for something. Or if you're more of like decide on the day of kind of a person and just need things that don't require a lot of preparation, this is a go-to for sure. I hope you all are having a fantastic October. I love you all so much, and I'll catch you in the next one.